perspective, and I help you to sleep better and to find the gold in the gobbledygook of your dreams so you can live the life you dream of. Tonight, it occurred to me that I would talk in this live a little bit about the healing power that all of us contain. Nobody has a corner on the market. Nobody is special in that regard. We all have the ability to do healing, and I want to talk about that today. Hi, Puri. And the reason why the subject came up is because lately, old students that I've taught Reiki to have referred new students to me, and students are coming back to me to take on further study. And it made me realize that this is really something that needs to be shared with as many people as possible, because the world is in such dire need of healing, not just people, but animals, the planet, everything. And Reiki is a way of doing that. Now, people think, oh, well, that must be this woo-woo stuff, and it's really doesn't do anything, and it doesn't mean anything, and all the rest of it. But I can tell you from more than 20 years of experience using Reiki as part of my work, it most certainly does change things. And it can change things at the individual level as well as a global level. What I mean by that is, as I said, it can be, the energy can be sent or applied to people, places, and situations, so that imagine if everybody's mind was sending healing energy to the planet, it would probably be a much better place than it is right now. But the other thing is that I think there's a misconception as to what Reiki is about. It's about this strange foreign, concept, and you have to be special to be able to do it. No, you don't. Not at all. Everybody has the ability to be a healer. And the reason why is because think of it like a house. A brand new house. It has all the wiring and everything it needs to function, but you need to contact the power company to get the power to run through the house so that you can turn on the lights. And that's basically what we all are. We are all, in that sense, new houses that have the power lines all running through it, but there's nobody to turn on the switch. And when you have an attunement, which is where the energy is passed on to you, that's exactly what happens. You can turn on the light switch so that everybody has the potential to be a healer. Now, you don't have, as I say, you don't have to be anybody special. You can be any age, any condition. The most powerful healers have been children, yes, young children, animals, believe it or not, and people who were considered disabled in some way became very, very powerful healers. So it's not, there's no preconditions that are required to become a Reiki healer. And it's something that you can give to yourself every day to maintain your own health and well-being, as well as to give to others. Now, the other thing that you would probably, hi Chris, would be surprised about is that there's no age limit either with regard to being having a healing power in your hands. And just to illustrate that, I'll tell you a little story. My godson, who's now 18 years old, when he was 2, his dad had been assaulted and lost his eye. And now at that time, 2-year-old godson was exhausting himself. And I mean, really exhausting himself. He would sleep for days. It was frightening. To try to pass healing energy onto his dad. And we would try to prise him off his father, and he would scream and cry because he wanted to hold his dad. But he was trying to pass his little energy to heal his dad. But the thing was, he was using his own energy, and he was exhausting himself. While I was babysitting my godson and his older sister, I was given guidance to give him an attunement, a Reiki 1 attunement, and I actually argued mentally with my guides. But he's too young; he doesn't even know what it is. And that was the first and only time I had ever been given a direct order to do something when it came to Reiki, and I was just told, just do it. And I'm like, all right, fine. You want me to do it? I'll do it. But the effect was immediate. I mean, we still couldn't price my godson off his dad, but at least he wasn't pulling down, using his own energy to try to affect a change. He was pulling down energy that's all around us and in everything. So it's inexhaustible, in effect. So he was using that energy instead of his own poor little energy, and practically running himself into the ground in the process. So, as I said, even children, young children, can become very powerful healers because they just accept the energy and they just pass it without thought, without philosophizing about it like adults will do. And because their energy systems are so clear and clean, the energy is strong and fast. Within a couple of seconds, they touch somebody for a couple of seconds and they move on. So it's just something that I think that, as I said, it has many applications. I mean, I've trained lots of therapists who use it as part of their work as therapists, but it has applications for other things. I've trained people who were carers to be able to give healing to the people that they care for, or to, as I said, for self-care. You can give yourself treatments to maintain your own health and energy. So I would challenge you to think about if there's any area of your life, be it physical health or emotional health or a situation that seems intractable, why don't you consider whether sending some Reiki to it would be useful? As a teacher, as I said, I teach all kinds of people from in all kinds of places, and they've taken my teachings and added to them around the world. I have teachers who are down in Australia, people who are up in Scotland, people all over the place. But what's great about it is that you can affect change without having to physically be there, at least at advanced levels. You're able to send healing anywhere in the universe you require, which is why I say it affects people, places, and situations. And certainly, nobody can argue that the world could use a bit of healing. We're decimating the planet. Animals are going to be practically gone from the planet by 2050, if we are still here. So I would think that everybody should be interested in healing their little part of the world, their little patch, whether it's just family and friends or sending healing right around the world or teaching others to do so. So I would challenge you to think about what in your life may need to be healed. I mean, not even taking into account the wider world, but what situations or what people, or do you yourself feel the need to bring healing into your life? Reiki is one way that you can do it. And I will tell you something. Therapies like, prayer and Reiki are some of the most studied complementary therapies on the planet. And what they've discovered is that for example, with prayer, the person who's receiving it doesn't have to believe in it. It can be sent anytime, anywhere, and it can have an impact. And Reiki is you could consider it a form of prayer, though it isn't denominational in any way. It's practiced around the world by all kinds of people who maybe, don't have some kind of faith or religion that they follow. So I would challenge you again to think about that. What in your life or in the lives of others around you that you feel need healing? I mean, pets love it. I tell you that. Well, cats are a bit finicky about everything, but dogs love having Reiki. I can tell you, I used to take care of a friend's pet for them while they were on holiday, and he was always kind of thrusting himself under my feet so he could get the energy. Because yes, you can pass the energy through your feet or through your hands, knees, elbows, through the eyes, through the third eye. But animals love it. I used to get people with walking their dogs in the park, and the pets would come running up to me, and they wouldn't leave me. And their owners are scratching their heads like, what the hell? But because the animals recognized that they could get some healing, they would come and they would not leave until they got their quota. And then they would happily trot back off to their human companions, with only the dogs and I understanding what had actually happened. So, you can give it to your plants. You can give Reiki to everything, including yourself. So I would suggest that it may be something that you would want to look into, if not for yourself, then for the sake of others or the planet itself. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to find out more about Reiki, whether what it is, how it works, or find out how you can actually receive an attunement with me, drop me a note, send me a personal message, leave a comment. I'm always happy to respond to queries. Thanks again for watching and listening. Have a great evening and a wonderful week to come, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.